a simple and natural guide to real English communication. The way people talk in English is very different from the way it looks in books. Real English is not perfect or formal. It is fast, relaxed, and full of emotion. People speak to connect, not to sound correct. They use tone, rhythm, and feeling to share ideas and build relationships. Learning how people truly speak in English helps you understand their world. It allows you to hear meaning not only in words, but also in the way those words are spoken. Spoken English has its own flow, like music. It changes with culture, mood, and situation. Understanding that flow is the key to sounding natural. Natural English versus textbook English. Textbook English teaches you grammar and structure, but it cannot always show how real speech sounds. In real life, people speak more freely. They use simple words, shorter sentences, and an easy rhythm. The goal is to communicate quickly and clearly. Real English also depends on the situation. At work, people speak more formally. With friends, they speak casually. This flexibility makes English powerful and creative. It is a language that changes with the person and the moment. When learning English, it helps to focus not only on correctness, but also on sound, tone, and natural flow. These things make your speech more real and easier for others to understand. The sound and rhythm of English. English has a natural rhythm that gives life to speech. Some words are strong and others are soft. This pattern of stress creates a kind of beat. When you listen carefully, you can hear the rise and fall of voices like a melody. Intonation, the music of speech, carries emotion and meaning. It can make a sentence sound like a question, a surprise, or a statement. Even if you do not know every word, you can often understand how someone feels just by listening to their tone. To sound natural, pay attention to this rhythm. Practice speaking with emotion, not just with words. Let your voice rise, fall, and move with meaning. This is how English speakers communicate energy and feeling. Emotion and expression. People express emotions through both words and sound. A calm voice shows peace, a faster voice shows excitement, and a quiet tone can show sadness or politeness. English speakers use these sounds to express feelings clearly. Emotion makes speech real. Without it, even correct grammar can sound cold or robotic. By using tone, you give life to your words. You make people feel what you mean, not just hear what you say. When learning English, do not focus only on vocabulary. Focus also on emotion. Practice speaking with feeling. Happy, curious, surprised, or calm. Emotion helps you sound natural and confident. Culture and communication. How people talk in English depends on culture. English is spoken in many countries, and each one adds its own style. American English often sounds open and energetic. British English can sound polite and careful. Australian English is relaxed and friendly. Cultural habits shape not only pronunciation but also attitude. In some places, people speak loudly and directly. In others, they use softer tones to show respect. Knowing these cultural styles helps you adapt and understand people better. Language is a mirror of culture. When you learn how people speak, you also learn how they think, feel, and connect. This makes communication deeper and more meaningful. Politeness and respect. Politeness is an important part of English communication. It is not only about the words you choose, but also the way you say them. A gentle tone, a smile, and a calm pace make your speech sound kind and respectful. Being polite also means listening. In English-speaking cultures, interrupting too often can seem rude. People take turns and show interest when others talk. They use their tone and body language to show respect. To sound natural, always consider the situation and the listener. Use a warm voice, show attention, and keep your tone friendly. These small things make your English pleasant and human. Body language and confidence. Speaking English is not only about words. Your body also speaks. Eye contact, gestures, and facial expressions give meaning to your voice. They help people understand your emotions and your message. Confidence comes from how you present yourself. Even if you make mistakes, standing tall, smiling, and speaking clearly make you look sure of yourself. People respond more to your confidence than to your grammar. When learning English, practice using both your voice and your body. They work together to create communication that feels natural and real. The role of listening. Listening is the most powerful way to learn how people talk. It helps you understand pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion. The more you listen, the more familiar you become with real English. Its flow, its sound, and its feeling. Listening to different voices teaches you about accents and cultural differences. English is global, and every speaker adds their own touch. The goal is not to copy one accent, but to understand many. By listening carefully, you train your ear and prepare yourself for real conversations. Listening is not passive. It is the foundation of speaking naturally. Context and understanding. Words change their meaning depending on the situation. The same phrase can sound friendly, serious, or funny based on tone and context. English speakers often rely on the situation to understand each other. Context includes where you are, who you are talking to, and how you feel. At work, you may speak differently than with friends. With family, you might use warmer and more emotional language. Learning how context affects communication helps you choose the right tone and words. It also helps you avoid misunderstanding and sound more fluent. Simplicity in speaking. Natural English is simple. People use short, clear sentences because they want to be understood easily. Speaking simply shows confidence, not weakness. It makes your message stronger and your speech smoother. For learners, it is better to use simple, correct words than complex ones that are hard to pronounce. As your confidence grows, your vocabulary will expand naturally. Clarity is more important than complexity. Remember, the best communication is easy to understand. Simplicity helps both you and your listener. The global English community. English belongs to everyone who uses it. Around the world, millions of people speak it with different accents and styles. There is no single perfect English. The most important thing is to be clear and respectful. Your accent is part of who you are. It shows your identity and your journey as a learner. You do not need to hide it. What matters is your ability to connect with others through honest communication. English is a bridge between cultures. Each speaker adds something new to it. Together, we make it richer, more colorful, and more human. Learning mindset. Speaking naturally in English takes time. It requires patience, practice, and a positive attitude. Do not worry about mistakes. They are part of learning. Every time you speak, you get better. Think of English as a tool, not a test. Use it to share ideas, express feelings, and connect with people. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. Stay curious and confident. Read, listen, and speak a little every day. Let English become a part of your life, not just something you study. Over time, your voice will become smooth and natural. Finding your own English voice. As you grow in English, you will develop your own way of speaking. You do not need to sound like anyone else. Your English voice should feel comfortable and true to who you are. Your style comes from experience, from listening, practicing, and feeling confident. With time, your speech will carry rhythm, emotion, and personality. You will speak English not as a student, but as yourself. Having your own English voice means being able to share your ideas freely. It means communicating with confidence, emotion, and authenticity. Conclusion. To understand how people talk in English is to understand more than words. It is to hear the rhythm, the emotion, and the culture behind every sentence. Real English is alive, it moves, changes, and grows with people. When you listen carefully, speak confidently, and express yourself with feeling, your English becomes natural. You connect not just with language, but with people. English is more than a skill. It is a bridge to understanding and connection. Every voice adds to its story, and your voice is part of that story too. Before we finish, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Your support really means a lot to me and helps me keep creating better content for you. Remember, to see real results, try listening to this video more than once. Each time you'll learn a little more and improve faster. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions give me the motivation to keep going. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. See you soon.